I alluded to this in another video that I'm about to post, but my Bobcat here, I got a bit of an issue. I broke the window on it, side window. This one here. I was doing a lot clearing job the other day, and I was pushing some brush out of the woods, and a big long tree limb that was in the pile that I was pushing got wedged up against a tree, and it spring back and hit me in the window. So I went and ordered another one on eBay, and it came in today. It wasn't very expensive either. I was surprised because usually that stuff's expensive, but I'm gonna go pull it over to the garage now. And all right, well, here's what came in the kit. It's the piece of tempered glass and the channel that it rides in. I don't think that you put any glue in here. I just feel like this is a compression fit, because it's very tight getting on here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this channel locked in, and then we'll go about trying to get the other framework out of the Bobcat. So I'll get back. The only other thing I got to do here is I gotta get this handle out of here. Not out of here. It looks like a carriage bolt, and then it's got the spring-loaded handle, you know, to pull it away so you can slide the window back and forth. And there's a nut on a lock nut on the end of it, and then I think the handle unscrews from the bolt. But I think there's a cover on the other side where I can get to either like a hex head or a flat head or something. But I'll get into that in a second here. I just want to pull this trim back a little bit and see if I only need to take the top off to just pull it away to slip the window down there. So let's oh, and then I got to clean the mud and glass out of there. So let's see what happens here. All right, good. So it's not a nut. Oh. Okay, good. So it's not a nut and a bolt. It's a threaded hole, which is good. I'm glad there's not a nut back there. So let me get the rest of these off. Okay, well, it looks like this whole thing has got to come off because it has that framework, and I think you got to pull this piece off to get to the inside. So I'm gonna have to lift the, well, do I have to? No, I guess I don't have to lift the arm. I thought I was gonna have to lift the arm up to get to these bolts, but I can get to them all. So let me get them out, get this window out of here, and then we'll figure out what we gotta do next. It wasn't bad at all. It was just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10mm bolts, and this is just a rubber gasket that just kind of compression fits in the opening. So now that's out. I think what I got to do is pull this framework away. Yeah, I think I got to pull that gasket off of that metal framework, and then the window will go in. So let me get this cleaned up, and then we'll get to that. So this is how it goes on. You don't put the track on first. You put the window in. You put the window in the opening like that, and wedge it up, and then you you put the track. There's a felt side and just a metal side. You put the felt side down on top of that channel, and then slide it into the glass. Okay, so once it's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to push it through, but once it gets onto the bottom of that piece of glass, then you can slide the glass open and shut. So I'm going to need 2 hands for this, or I'm going to break this window. But I will, if anything happens other than that, I'll come back. But I'll come back and show you the finished product here in a second. Fail. I got the it sucks. I got the channel all the way back to about right here, and the last tap, to about right here. Got the channel all the way back, and the last tap, the last 1/8 of an inch, I was a dummy, and I was using a piece of metal, a metal pick, and tapping on the end of this here, and the pick made contact with the glass. And with tempered glass, you got to touch the edge. If you just tap the edge on it, they shatter. So I'm off to the Bobcat store to get another piece of glass. $70. I mean, it's a lesson learned, but $70 is $70. So they have one in stock. I'm gonna go grab one. So take it from me. When I get back here and do this again, we're gonna do it a little bit differently. Of course, we're not gonna use metal. We're gonna use a piece of wood and possibly, I don't know. We'll figure it out when I get back. But I'm gonna use a piece of wood because it was literally the last 1/8 inch and the end of the tool that I was using slipped off. Let's see, where was it? It was this way. So the tool I was using, I was tapping here, and it slipped and went in there and made contact with the glass. And as soon as it touched the glass, it just shattered. So the new window from Bobcat doesn't come with this channel, so I got to dig all the glass out of here and reuse it. And oh yeah, and as you can see, there's a little burr right there on the inside of the channel where this pick was, or punch was, and that's what we got going on. So I'll file that down there with a little hand file, and then pick the glass out of here, and I'm gonna go to the store and get a new one, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, Porter is about to meet his cousin right now. Oh, there she is. There's his little cousin right there. Oh, sweet little thing. So, I'll see how this goes. See how this goes. Stay. Okay.
Slow.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Grandma. Hi.
There you go.
He's good. Yeah. Good. She'll pee out here, but she won't.
She's cute. Look at the brindle on her.
Yeah.
Hi there. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Inside.
Yeah, you can
There, she likes him. She smashed him in the face. Good. All right, we're going inside. There we go. Take 2. This time I'm going to use this little tool I found. It's to I don't know what it is, but it's plastic. So this won't break the window. At least I hope it won't. And the new window I got, they said it didn't come with the channel, but it did. Ooh, Jesus, yeah, drop right on the glass. That's wonderful. It came with a new piece of channel, so I don't have to worry about cleaning that burr up on the old one. So this one fits in there this direction. That fits in there that direction. And from what I remember, the glass is flush with here because it actually has to go inside the track right here a little bit, so the glass sticks out a bit from there. There is a little bit of silicone on the window here, so that's what they did to hold the track on. I'm going to see if that's good enough. If not, I'm going to clean this off and put some fresh silicone in there. But we're going to go ahead and try to put this in right now and see what we think. So let me finagle a bit here, and maybe I'll get you back on camera. Okay. See how many people are out there cringing right now for what I'm doing here. This is how it goes in. Put some penetrating oil on the channel, the track. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, that's why. Hang on. Crap. I gotta get it. What am I doing here? Oh, I gotta get past that rubber thing. Gotta go. Let me see. That'll work. Nope. I can't get that in there. this little piece of felt here, right here, it's kind of getting in my way. So let me mess with this a little bit. I got to try to get this channel past here. See how it's getting stuck on that piece there? So let me try to get that stuck down somehow so I can get this past it. I'd like to start it from right here, but it's not enough. The window, it's got to come back to here for the window to get in it. Maybe if I lean it out. I don't know. I'll get back to you. Okay, I got it past the felt, and now I'm just gently tapping with this plastic thing to get the channel slid all the way down. That's good. See that we're having an issue with that felt on the inside of this track here. It kind of got bunched up. So I think once I get the track in there and open up the glass all the way, I can stick something in there to try to flatten out that piece. But let me just continue to get this thing in, and hopefully we won't have another catastrophe. So I don't want to keep spending $70 on a window. Have it in all the way, but what's going on here? And it's stuck on. See it? See how it's rocking right there? It's rocking right there. I don't know what that's all about. I'm hoping it's just that felt that's bunched up. Maybe there's a little wad of it down at the bottom here. So just get this in all the way, I guess, and open it up and see what we can do. I know I keep saying it, but I'm procrastinating because I'm getting to where I was the last time when I broke the glass. Let's just get her in there all the way. This time I'm hitting the bottom of the channel. I'm nowhere near the glass. Any luck. Okay, here we go. Right here is where we had the issue. Okay, that's in all the way. Oh, thank God. Okay, so. Alright. Now, I don't know what's going on here. Doesn't seem to slide as easy as the, well, it's getting, you know what, it's getting better. I think that piece of felt there was what was holding me up. I think maybe going over it a few times, I got it to lean back over. All right, cool, that's it. The window's in. Now, let me go in the cab, and we got to take off that handle somehow. So let me grab a couple of picks or something like that, and see what we have to do. So here's what the handle looks like. It's a little spring-loaded lever, and it gets you to each of your open positions. On the inside, okay, so this handle here is spring-loaded. It's on a threaded bolt, and there, see that lock nut on the inside there? That pinches this plastic washer against this plastic washer, sandwiching the glass in here. I got that loosened off, but I can't get the handle off this rod. I think that there's maybe a nut or something behind here. So I'm gonna pry this cap off and see what's back there. It is. So there's a lock nut in there, and I think that the handle, I don't know. You know what? I know what has to happen. I backed this off too much. I think I got to turn that back in so this handle goes in further, and then I can grab that nut out of there. So let me go get, I thought this was 7/16. So let me go get some tools and I'll get back to you. The handle consists of, I got a carriage bolt here, a spring to keep that handle from flopping around, the inside piece of plastic washer and a O-ring gasket, and 2 lock nuts. So I'll show you how this goes together. You take this outer one here, goes in the glass. All right, then the O-ring goes inside of this one, goes on the inside, and then a lock nut. Let me get it together and I'll turn it back on. Yeah, all right, that wasn't too horrible. I just put a pair of vice grips on this. This has got a square hole in it for the carriage bolt, so you got to hold that steady. So I just put a lightly gripped it with a pair of vice grips, just enough to hold it, to keep it from spinning. Put that washer on the back, and there's that O-ring behind it. It fits in a groove, and that's all in there nicely. And then I just tighten this down. I didn't tighten it crazy. I might just give it another little love at the end of it, but then this goes here. The spring goes inside the handle here. That goes on the back of it, and then the nut. But you got to put this on the machine first, because this goes through the mesh on the cab. So let me get it all set up, and I'll get back to you. Just like that, it just sets down in there and goes back in, and the holes line up. And I gotta just put the bolts in, and then we'll go inside and reattach that handle. So let me put these screws back in. Okay, so like I said, the handle goes on here. Get in there. Goes on there, and then the nut. Shit, I didn't grab my socket. I'll be right back. Okay, I just got that just flush with that. It seems like that's how this one was over here. So that's it. So the window's still a little bit, tight. So I'm gonna go work on this little area in here. I'm gonna spray some, I have some like Teflon spray that I'm gonna try to put in there, and maybe that'll loosen it up, but for the most part that's it. So let me work on that for a minute and I'll get back to you. Well, that seemed to work. I just sprayed a little bit of that Teflon spray in there, and now the window opens and closes nicely. But for now that works. All right, now it can rain all at once. All right, done with this one. On to the next one. If you could, please comment, rate, subscribe, and have a great day.